Hey everyone, David C. Anderson here coming at you from the Knife Center. And it's time to show you the best new knives that hit our shelves in October of 2019. We got a lot of cool stuff that came in this month, and I got some of my favorites right here in front of me. Let's check them out. So the first one should surprise absolutely nobody. It's our new KnifeCenter exclusive Benchmade Bugout with battle wash handles. This knife is easily the best looking bugout that's ever come out of the factory. And although I personally prefer the satin blade version for my everyday carry, even I have to admit that the black Cerakoted blade option looks even better. The battle wash handles are red Grivory with a weathered black finish over the top, and tying things all together are red thumb studs and matching red barrel spacers. This knife is the perfect size and it's so easy to EDC. It's got slim handles that don't take up too much space in the pocket and thin blade stock that makes this the best slicer in Benchmade's lineup by far. With its ambidextrous axis lock, a reversible pocket clip, and killer good looks, this KnifeCenter exclusive Benchmade Bugout with battle wash handles is a great recommendation for pretty much anyone out there. On an unrelated note, given the slim nature and the awesome coloration of both of these knives, we think that the KnifeCenter exclusive Swiss Army Bantam with red A-locks is the perfect pairing to our bugout. Next up is a new Sprint Run Zero Tolerance, the ZT55 BLK. This takes an already awesome GTC design and it pumps it up even further. We've got a black DLC coating across the whole knife, and it has some really cool bronze-like undertones as you move it around in the light. Elevating the handle a little further, on both sides, we have a cool geometric line pattern that sets off the 3D machine faceted handles. The angular blade with its compound grinds gets an upgrade too, using CPM 20CV steel for even better edge retention than the original 55. If you look at the back spacer, the pocket clip, the pivot hardware, all of them are black and it complements things very nicely. Taken all together, it reminds me a lot of a stealth fighter aircraft, which is an apt comparison since the original that this was based on was the Airborne folder by Gus T. Cecchini. Because of that heritage, it shares one of his signature innovations, the SLT hidden flipper tab. Pull it back to stage it, then fire the blade in one fluid motion, with the flipper tab disappearing from view when the blade's open. This is a really cool knife, and being a sprint run, it won't be around forever, so you better get one while you can. We're going to move on to another high-end knife, the Italian-made MKM Cole Vera. Now this knife is not quite as slim as the Bugout, but it's another great option for easy carrying EDC. We've got premium materials with a titanium frame lock. It's got a bunch of cool 3D milling and machining going on for a really awesome look. And on the front, we have your choice of G10, micarta, carbon fiber, or a full titanium handle with that same great pattern. The Cole Vera gives us a big, broad blade of M390 steel that's just under 3 inches long. And that's just the first nod to folks who may live in certain knife-restrictive locales. The second is the flipper tab itself, which is actually removable. This essentially converts the knife to a two-handed opener, although you can still pinch the blade open with one hand if you need to. Built specifically by Lion Steel for the MKM brand, you know that the quality of this knife is going to be top-notch. It's got all kinds of nice details, it's finished extremely well, we've got a crown spine for comfort and for visual flair, and with that awesome machined titanium, it's really hard to go wrong with this knife. So while we're on the subject of knives that are a good fit for restrictive locales, we've got an awesome new Microtech model, the Exocet OTF Automatic. This knife features a broad spear point blade, currently sporting CTS 204P steel, and it's double-edged in a California-friendly size of just under 2 inches. Now that may sound small, but thanks to the two edges, you're actually getting close to 4 inches of usable edge, which is more than most EDCs out there can boast. In fact, when it comes to pocket knives specifically, out of everything that's here on the table in front of me, this knife actually has the most edge of any of them. Everything on the Exocet is housed in a rectangular aluminum handle with a broad clip on the back. They've essentially set it up to work as a money clip, but it works just fine as a primary pocket knife clipped to your pocket as well. It's a cool knife, and that double action side button is addicting to use and lets you get to your blade very quickly. So speaking of quick deployment, we come to the new Earth Tone CRKT Provoke with kinematic opening action. Now there are a few things in the folding knife world that let you get your blade out as quickly as you can with this karambit. With your index finger through the ring, a push here with your thumb, launches the D2 blade forward where it locks into place. It's easy to do this as you draw the knife, either from your pocket or the separate bolter-on sheath. That kinematic action is not only fast, but it's a very secure system as well, because it doesn't open like a traditional folder does. These two hinged arms open over the back of the knife, so there's very little chance of a pivot failing, which will keep your fingers where you want them. This knife was already awesome when they released the black version earlier this year, but in addition to the new flat dark earth finish on parts of this knife, accented nicely with some black parts, they've also upgraded the pivot screws from flathead to Torx for more stable action. It's really hard to innovate in the modern knife industry, but things like this CRKT Provoke prove that it's still possible. So as I said, few folders out there can be as fast as the Provoke, but this is actually one of the ones that is. Because it features the Emerson Wave opener, here we have the new Emerson CQC8 flipper. That wave feature, which is this hook on the spine of the blade, is set up to catch the hem of your pocket, rotating the blade open as you pull the knife. Seriously, just about the only thing that can be quicker than this is a fixed blade with a fast access sheath. But that isn't why this knife makes the list of bests for this month. After all, it is a previously existing model, but in addition to the wave and the ambidextrous thumb plate, this knife can also be opened with a flipper, Emerson's first. It rotates open easily on bearings, and the flipper tab is hidden within the prominent finger guard that's built into the shape of the handle when it's open. The blade is that same great straight clip point with an aggressive tip featuring 154 cm steel as the original. It comes with a two-tone finish, satin grinds, and stone-washed flats, although a black coating is also available, and both can be had with a plain edge or with partial serrations. It features black G10 scales with Emerson's well-known aggressive traction and a titanium liner lock to back everything up. The CQC8 was always a great knife, but this new flipper is a seamless addition to this classic standby of the tactical knife genre. So the last few knives have been updates of some good but already existing designs. How about something all new? Here we've got the Aluminous 5 from LT Wright Knives, and it's a big bad knife with a 3V blade nearly 6 inches long. This was actually designed by their sheath maker, Spen Stelzer of JRE Industries, as a one-stop survival and bushcraft knife. The spear point blade is plenty versatile, and it can handle nearly anything in the wild, especially with that awesome steel and the 5/32 of an inch thickness. It can really take a beating. And the micarta handles are insanely comfortable, so you're going to be able to put it to work without getting any hot spots. The handle shape itself is kind of inspired by the classic woodlore pattern bushcraft knife, and it really fills the hand. It has a nice oval cross section that really locks in and indexes very well, and it's secured by a couple of fisheye bolts and a marine grade epoxy. All that together, you know you've got durability to last a lifetime for sure. And of course, you've got that great JRE Industries leather sheath along for the ride. It's got a dangler attachment, a fire steel loop, everything you need and want in a bushcraft sheath. Lastly, a kitchen knife has made our list, which doesn't happen too often. Now this is the Apogee Dragon Storm series, which won the Kitchen Knife of the Year award at Blade Show this year. And now that they're finally available, it's easy to see why. The blades are BD1N stainless, running at about 63 on the Rockwell hardness scale. And they've run the edge nice and thin at 16 degrees per side so that it can slice just like the best Japanese kitchen knives out there. It performs well for food duty, and they've spiced it up to look great too. We've got an acid etched pattern on the blade that mimics sort of a Damascus look. And the black G10 handles are very comfortable. I mean, check out those nice swells going on there. We've got a red spacer on each side and a large mosaic pin to class things up even further. Now the whole series is really cool, but this 9-inch chef knife specifically gets my nod as the best of the bunch for two reasons. The first is the balance. I love the way the bolster hangs out of the way and lets you pinch right at the fulcrum point, making this large knife handle very nimbly despite its size. The second is actually the action on the cutting board. As it comes down and makes contact, it has what I refer to as a soft landing. It doesn't clunk down, and it's very comfortable. This is easier on the wrists in the long run when it comes to strain, and it also makes the action feel much more luxurious. Combined with a crown spine, this is an absolutely phenomenal knife that'll be able to handle any chef knife type of thing you would ever think of throwing at it. I can't recommend these enough, and there's even a non-etched version with plain G10 handles for an even more economical price. Those are only 80 bucks compared to the 150 on this guy in front of me. At that price, with everything you're getting in this design, they definitely deserve a look. So that's it for our list of best new knives to hit our shelves in this past month. What did you think of them? Make sure to let us know in the comments, and to get your hands on any of them, you can click the links in the description to head over to KnifeCenter.com. Okay. And although Sprint Rub reminds me, Sprint Rub. Reset for coffee.
Can use that.
Can use it. Easy carrying every day.
Easy carrying every day, carry every day.
All the days. Reset for beans.
Beans.